Hey, in this video, I am going to go ahead and show you how to utilize the power of AI to help you attract more photography leads, better quality leads, and actually book out your calendar. So first, if we haven't met yet, my name is Heather Chesky. Hey there, nice to meet you. I went from unexpectedly laid off many years ago, well over a decade ago, to building a multiple six-figure photography business. And this is while I've been a homeschool mom. This is one of the best things that I think the photography industry and being a photographer has to offer is the flexibility where you can be present as a wife and mom or a husband and father, and also build out an incredibly booked out and profitable photography business. So I am so excited to share with you one of the best tools that we have on the market today to help you save time, to help you with your marketing, to help you attract more leads and better leads. So that is utilizing the power of AI. Now, if you've most people have some sort of intro into AI. If you haven't yet, AI stands for artificial intelligence. There's a lot of tools out on the market today that help you with this, but basically it's kind of like a search engine or like a research thing where you can type something in, like ChatGPT. You could type a question in, you can actually have it write for you. So like writing an Instagram post or an email, it can help you plan out your photography promotion. So it really can be powerful. I say that with a caveat, and the caveat is this: the majority of AI models out on the market today were not built for photographers. So let's just say, for example, you utilize ChatGPT and you want them to script out a marketing promo plan on Instagram. You might get, and chances are you will get, things that are very generic, things that don't necessarily work. If you're asking ChatGPT, for example, for advice on how to book more clients or how to promote, your upcoming mini sessions, chances are it's going to send you back advice that's just not good. This is especially true with pricing or doing in-person sales, or if you want to increase your sales averages. I have found that ChatGPT just does not work for the photography industry. And that's because it wasn't created for photographers in mind. It doesn't know all the little nuances that go into becoming a fully booked and profitable photographer. And so I've had some frustrations over the years with ChatGPT, and also my students have had some frustrations with it. And so seeing all of these frustrations made me want to create something that is specifically geared towards photographers. And that's why I went ahead and created Ask Ava, which I'm so excited to give you a behind the scenes view of. But Ask Ava is the very first of its kind. It is the very first photography marketing coach built by a photographer for photographers. So Ask Ava has been trained on all the little nuances that are relevant to the photography industry. So you'll see as we go throughout this demo, just how detailed she can be, so much greater than ChatGPT. So let's go ahead and dive on into this. I'm going to make my camera a bit smaller so you can see my screen a bit better. But this is basically the dashboard of Ask Ava. So if you decide to join and unlock Ask Ava, I'll show you how to do that later on in this video. But if you decide to join it, this is actually where you would access Ask Ava. I have a lot of other bonus trainings and content in here. So this is just the Ask Ava section. So basically you'll notice this is the chat bar. This is Ask Ava. She is your AI photography marketing coach. And what we have here is we actually have 3 prompts to get the conversation going. Because sometimes when we're kind of struggling in business, sometimes we're like, I don't even know what's going on. Like I'm trying everything and nothing's worked. So we have these 3 prompts here to help get you started. These 3 prompts are based off of my years of working with other photographers. I've worked with over 6,000 photographers in my community right now, my paying community right now. And this is what I've heard most often from them. Is first up, the number 1 challenge is marketing and just wanting to get more leads and more bookings. So we actually have a prompt for that. The second one is just not knowing what to charge or wanting to increase your prices. So we have another prompt for that. And the third one is just like, hey, you know what? I just feel totally stuck. I don't know what I don't know, and I just need help. Like, so what I'm doing is just not working. So we have those 3 prompts to get you going. But if you decide to use Ask Ava, and let's just say you have a very specific question that doesn't align with any one of these prompts, all you have to do is just type your question right here and then hit this little arrow, and then she will spit back some advice. But for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and click on this first one, which is, hey, can you help me get more bookings this month? Which again, by far the number one challenge that I hear with photographers. So basically, Ask Ava is going to communicate back with you. You're going to have a conversation with Ask Ava. So she's saying, hey, friends, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, I absolutely can help you get more bookings this month. First, let's get clear on where you're starting from so we can focus your energy in the right places. So how many bookings do you want this month, and how many do you currently have in the calendar? So this is really, really important, is to know, like, what is the target? What do we want after? For the purpose of this example, I'm just going to go ahead and say that I want to book, let's just say let's say 5 more newborn sessions. FYI, Ask Ava is for portrait and wedding photographers. So if you do families, newborns, or high school seniors, or brands and entrepreneurs, or any kind of weddings, she's going to work for you. That's what she's been trained on with the portrait and wedding niches. So I want to book 5 more newborn sessions this month. Okay, so we type that in, and we're going to go ahead and hit send here, that little arrow button, which is pretty cool. And then she is going to go ahead and think about what to say and spit back a response. So she says, okay, got it. 5 more newborn sessions is a very clear and doable goal. Let's figure out how to get the fastest path to get there. First, where have your last few newborn clients come from? Think about how they found you. Was it Instagram, referrals, Google's, Facebook groups, or past clients? I want to see what's already working so we can double down on the tasks that have already been proven to work. So let's just say, for the purpose of this, just say most of my clients come from, let's say, word of mouth. Oops, if I can spell mouth correctly, mouth referrals, and let's say and a few from Instagram. Instagram. Perfect. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Of course, when you're using Ask Ava, you could put anything in that is pertinent to you, and she's going to spit back advice that is personalized to where you're at and where you want to go. So she sends a lot back here. So we're going to say, awesome, that's super helpful. Referrals are gold. And if Instagram is bringing in a few leads, we can absolutely amplify both of them. So this is very important. Anytime that you want to grow in a certain area, you have to look at, okay, what has already worked and how can I double down on those things? So let's start with referrals. The fastest way to get bookings is usually to activate your warm network. And here's what Ask Ava suggests. So is to personally reach out to all your past newborn clients and say, hey, name, I got a few spots open for newborn sessions this month and wanted to offer something special to past clients. If you know of anyone expecting soon, I'd love to gift them, and you can basically insert a small gift, and you're not sure, you can even ask Ava, and if they book through you, just send them my way, or have me mention your name. And so you can tweak this to make it sound more like you. At this point in time in our example, Ask Ava doesn't know anything about our made up photographer, but the more you use her, the more she'll know about you and how you write, or the things that you're going after. And then basically Ask Ava, also the way that I've trained her is to always ask a question once she's done responding. And this is very intentional because oftentimes, and I've gotten feedback from this from the current Ask Ava users, is that oftentimes Ask Ava is asking a question that the photographer hasn't even thought about, or like it just makes them think of an idea or an avenue or a strategy. It's like, oh yeah, like that's such a good idea. I can go down that. So Ask Ava is trained to keep that conversation going for as long as you want it to get going. So want to start there, or would you rather focus on bringing in your Instagram strategy next? So really, it's kind of like choose your own adventure. We can basically take this, tweak it any way you want to, or make it more specialized, or say, hey, give me ideas for, extra incentives. Maybe you don't like the small gift one. So you can really take it any way you want to, or you can say, like, let's try Instagram. So let's go ahead and do a few more back and forth with here. And then I want to show you a few more examples of what you can utilize Ask Ava for. So Ask Ava is thinking, and then she's going to spit back a response. And you'll notice that all of this is done in mere seconds. Now, of course, I'm recording a video as I'm working on this, but you're not going to be recording a video as you're utilizing Ask Ava, so it'll be even faster. So you'll see here that Ask Ava is going to help you through all the Instagram posting, or creating captions or stories, or whatever you need, whatever is best utilized for marketing on Instagram. So she's saying, hey, it can be a really helpful tool. So basically, let's start with a quick audit. Again, it's always a good idea to assess where you're at, to figure out what is working and double down on the task. And so basically, you want to she's telling you, like, hey, take a look at your last 9 posts. Ask yourself, these particular questions: what has worked about them? What has not worked about them? And so I'm not going to obviously do this in detail because again we have a made-up photographer here, but you can see how Ask Ava is coming back and forth and having that conversation and guiding you to that next step to market better, to get in those last, in our fake example here, those last 5 bookings. So and then also too, she can help you create all of that content and strategy for posting and schedule for all of that. So that is one example of what it looks like. I'm going to come back up here and refresh this screen so I can show you what it looks like in a different if you choose a different prop. So let's for this example, let's just go ahead and say, hey, we're going to choose the second one, which is like, I'm not sure what to charge, or I want to raise my prices, which is FYI. The struggle number 2 that I hear from photographers is just struggling with pricing or sharing that pricing information with clients and still getting them bookings. So if we click on that one, we could say, yeah, Ask Ava is totally ready here to help you with that. She's saying, first, let's get clear on where you're at. Are you unsure of what to charge at all? Or do you already have a price but feel like it's too low and not sustainable? So again, Ask Ava is going to ask a very poignant questions to learn more about where you're at right now so she can give you more detailed advice. So you can answer in this one of 2 ways. You could say like, hey, right now I charge, let's just say $300 per session and include all digitals, but I want to start doing in-person sales and offer products. I know a lot of photographers want to transition into IPS. So that is one thing where you could actually type out what your current pricing is, what you include with that, and also where you want to go. And also too, if you're not really sure on, like, if you're just like not sure what to charge, you can even say that. Or two, like if let's just say, for example, you've already spent so much time creating a product menu or a pricing menu, and you just want to get feedback on it that is, again, based on a 6-figure or multiple 6-figure photographer, somebody who's coached over 6,000 photographers. You can actually upload, use this attachment feature, upload your pricing PDF or whatever you have in here, and then Ava can read all of that and then offer you feedback on that. But for the purpose of this example, we'll just go ahead and do this one and see what she says. And so she's thinking again, and then she's going to spit back out what the best next steps are, again, based off of a decade plus years of experience. So here she goes. So saying, okay, got it. You're currently at 300 with all the digitals included, and now you're ready to shift into in-person sales and start offering products. That's a big move, and honestly, it's one of the smartest moves you can make. It totally is, by the way. If you're not doing in-person sales, I highly recommend it. It's a way to honestly just better serve your clients and make more money, which is just really incredible. Here's the thing though, the $300 all digital models is easy to book, but it caps your earning potential and doesn't leave room for you to profit once you add in time, taxes, and the cost of doing business. If you're priced right now on the lower end of the market like that, you might be feeling that at the moment too. Whereas IPS allows you to charge more, sell heirloom products, and gives a client a better experience. So again, Ask Ava is going to direct you now into knowing, okay, like, what do I do next? So this is honestly, I have found that Ask is like the photographer's greatest implementation tool, because instead of getting stuck and indecision or just not knowing what to do next, she is going to guide the whole conversation or guide whatever struggle you're going through or whatever area you want to go. She's going to guide that process by asking these very intentional questions. So she's saying, let's start off by looking at your current setup. Are you planning to replace your $300 digital sessions, or are you thinking of offering both a digital gallery and a product-based option side by side for a while? And this is like just where you can be open and honest with Ask Ava and just say, hey, like right now I'm not sure if I can charge this much, or basically, I'm so sick of these sessions, I'm burnt out and I'm ready for $1,000 plus sales. You could go either way. So let's just say I am burnt out with my $300 sessions and feel like I am not earning enough for the time I put into sessions. Let's say I want to earn $1,000 per client ideally. All right. And then again, this is all personalized. So if this doesn't align with where you're at right now, that's totally fine. You just type in wherever you're at, and Ask Ava is going to have advice that is applicable to where you're at. So basically she says, ugh, I hear you. It's tough. Burnout is so real, especially when you're pouring in hours into sessions and you're walking away with just 300. The math doesn't work, and it's no wonder you're ready to charge more. Good news is wanting to earn $1,000 per client is completely doable once you shift into in-person sales. And now Ask Ava is is going to guide you into that process of how to do that, how to figure out products to offer, how to figure out pricing, how to pitch it to your client. She's going to help you with all of that. And I'm not going to go ahead and continue this because I hope at this point in time you're understanding and you're seeing the value behind using something like Ask Ava. So we've been going at it for 15 minutes already. Honestly, you can use her for whatever. I've actually had students before just like, I got a really weird email from their clients and they're just like not sure how to respond. They will copy and paste that message that they got and they're like, hey, help me craft an email reply back to this. Like, what do I say here? That's another thing that you can use Ask Ava for. It can help you plan out future, promotions, Black Friday deals, upcoming mini sessions, promotions all throughout the year, Instagram captions, email templates, email sequences, lead magnets, the whole 9 yards. She's trained on all of it. So it's honestly, I just value this so much because if you're like me, you're busy. You're not just a photographer. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're a father, you're a parent. You have other things going on. And while your photography business is important, it can't take all of your time. And so you need tools to help you work smarter, help you work faster, help you get things done a lot quicker. And also works that you don't just throw something out on social media and it's like a complete dud. So I would love to have you join us inside the Ask Ava community. If you're a portrait or a wedding photographer who's overwhelmed, you're just not sure what's working, or you're tired of chasing down clients, or you're tired of, throwing spaghetti at the wall when it comes to marketing and nothing's working, or you're second guessing over everything, Ask Ava is really the best tool that you can actually have in your toolkit to build out your photography business. Again, I can't stress to you enough that she is a first AI that has been built exclusively for photographers. ChatGPT will not replicate what Ask Ava does because ChatGPT was not trained for photographers. They don't know the nuances that go inside of our business. So she's going to help you attract ideal clients, price with confidence, and stay booked year round. And so I just highly encourage you to just check out this page. I'm going to have a link somewhere around this video where you can actually check this all out for yourself, read more about it, read some of the testimonials. Like here, for example, Melanie was, she could see her testimonial. She was able to complete so much in just 1 hour. She was able to do a full email sequence, Instagram story scripts, and a promotion plan for her upcoming mini sessions. And again, like it is such a time saver. Without the utilizing AI, could you really get that much done in 1 hour? And so that is really incredible. The other thing that I like to mention here is, chances are you've probably been in some courses at some point in time. Maybe you've been in a few of mine. They are great. There's a time and a place for them. But one of the things that I think is icky, we're not really icky. It's the fact with courses where you join a course and, it becomes outdated. Things change. Marketing trends change. If you ever did a course on ads, for example, the algorithm changes, or like not even just with ads, algorithms change. And so how we market change and shifts over time. So the course that you spent so much money on becomes outdated. That is not the case with Ask Ava because she's an AI tool. She's updated every single month with the most relevant and up-to-date features for the photographers who are using her. So again, as you saw earlier in this video, it's as simple as just asking Ava anything that is, you're struggling with, anything that is bothering you. You just ask her and she gives you an answer ASAP. And then you just go ahead and apply that answer. You implement it. She is your greatest implementation hack. This is your invite to join us inside Ask Ava. Again, I'm going to link the video somewhere around this, or put the link somewhere around this video, and then you get access, 24/7 access to your very own AI-powered photography marketing coach, along with all the other templates we provide, sales scripts, done-for-you captions, building our social media calendar, have monthly playbooks that we release for the photographers inside. So definitely go ahead, check it out, and I cannot wait to see you inside the Ask Ava family.